Welcome to Flexibility Flow. I am Olivia Rayner-Shine and I will be your guide through today's practice. Today's theme of flexibility, it's very important to remember to meet yourself here and now. Assuring yourself that today was different than yesterday and tomorrow again will be a whole new experience. Allow your expectations to be loose like your joints. We'll get started in a seated position. Anything that's comfortable for you is great, in my opinion. Allowing the hips to be heavy in the ground to build the foundation. Allowing the crown to float over top of the tailbone, elongating the spine with each breath. We'll take 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth to connect with our somatic body. Inhaling and exhaling, keeping tension out of the neck, relaxing through the shoulders with your breath, allowing the diaphragm to be the leader. And with your last exhale, letting the eyes fall closed. And we'll disconnect the sense of sight so that we might tap into our subtle body, beginning to notice any changes, making any notes, allowing for small adjustments as you find stillness in the seated position. And as you inhale, you can feel a gentle lift to the chin. And with your exhale, you can slowly tuck. Inhaling to roll the head gently back, very easily moving with your breath through the cervical spine. And when you exhale, let's leave our head tilted forward, keeping a gentle lift to the chest so that the rest of the spine is in its natural position. We'll slowly roll the chin from shoulder to shoulder, working some space into the neck. You might slowly start to make bigger movements, pulling the ear to the shoulder, and eventually finding your chin tilted forward. Inhaling to gently lift the chin. And with your next exhale, we'll roll into the spine for a C curve. Inhaling to gently lift the chin, lift the gaze. Tucking the chin, looking at the belly button with your exhale. Waking up the spine here. Connecting our breath to our movement, to allow this familiarity to build within the system. And finding stillness here. We'll roll over our knees and come into tabletop. Finding your wrists beneath the shoulders. A gentle bend to the elbow, soft elbow might be nice here. Pressing into the pointer knuckles, almost as if you could just lift up those wrists. You want a nice easy feeling in the wrists. Pressing through all 4 corners of the hands. Allowing a gentle engagement to the shoulder girdle. Lifting the belly button to the spine. Finding the knees directly beneath your hips with the tops of the feet pressing into the floor. Engaging ujjayi breath. Feeling engagement underneath the armpits as they rotate forward with the shoulders. We'll take an inhale to gently lift the gaze and lift the tailbone. And exhale to tuck and curl. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale. And we'll roll through with your own breath. Cat-cow. Engaging the whole body. Working movement into the whole spine. And exhale to find a neutral spine. You can bring the toes together and wiggle the knees apart, pressing the hips back and walking the hands forward for Balasana, child's pose. Keeping engagement through the arms as we find rest. And reminding ourselves to come back to this position anytime throughout the practice if we begin to lose our breath or our focus. And allow this place to be comfort and strengthening. Inhaling and exhaling. And with your next inhale, we'll come back up to tabletop. And gently bringing the weight into the right hand and the left leg, lifting the right foot and the left hand to find bird dog. Keeping a nice long spine here, feeling the expansion through the big toe, up into the spine and through the pointer fingers. Squaring those hips up, pulling that right hip towards the right elbow. Inhale here, and when you exhale, we'll tuck our knee to our elbow. Inhale to extend, and exhale. Inhale to reach, exhale to crunch. We'll take 2 more with our breath. Inhale to extend, and exhale, we'll lower the hand, keeping that right leg lifted, engaging through the glutes to support that lift. Inhale here, and with your exhale, we'll tuck the knee to the nose and bring that right foot between our palms. And pressing into that right foot, you want to find your feet, your right foot and your left shin on train tracks here with your hips, not on one line. We don't need to take it too far yet. We can take an inhale to swoop the arms up overhead, squaring the shoulders and squaring the hips. Breathe here, pressing into that hip joint, engaging ujjayi breath through the nose, building heat within the body. Looking up to the third eye for focus, your drishti will help keep your balance. Inhale here, and with your exhale, we'll pull the hips back, finding our hands either on the floor or on that right leg for support. We'll find Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey or half split. Feeling engagement through the body. Allowing a nice long spine as we breathe here. Keeping those hips nice and square. Belly button tucked into the spine. Engaging ujjayi breath. Breathing. Inhale. And as you exhale, we'll bend into that knee, allowing the hands to find the ground around that right foot. Pressing into the hands so that the right foot can come back to join the left. And we'll give a gentle rock back and forth to the hips, making any notes of how we're feeling. Breathe here. Find stillness. And bringing all the weight strong into that left hand, pressing into the pointer finger, maybe a soft bend to the elbow. Pressing into the right shin so the left leg and the right hand can lift like a cloud floating in the sky, supported. Pressing into the floor, squaring that left hip and the right shoulder. Inhale here. And with your exhale, we'll bend the knee and the elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale. Inhale. And we'll take 3 more with your breath. To extend, keeping our balance. Ujjayi breath through the nose. And extending with the inhale. Exhale to lower that hand, keeping the left leg lifted. Inhale here. And with your exhale, we'll bring that knee between the hands, placing the left foot on the mat. Finding the perfect alignment for our asana. Exhale, and with your inhale, we'll bring the arms overhead, looking up to the third eye. Keeping that belly button tucked, squaring the hips, pressing into both feet. Drishti, allowing the balance to come at ease, keeping a softness to the face. Inhale here, and with your exhale, we'll push the hips back, flexing through the left foot. Finding the engagement through that hamstring. Breathing here. Listening to your breath, taking any notes. Be here now. And this side might feel different, and that's okay. It probably should. Asymmetry is one of the beautiful perfections of humanity. We'll take an exhale, and with your inhale, pulling those hips forward. Exhale to place the hands on the mat, bringing that left foot back to meet the right. We'll go ahead and push the hips back for a short child's pose. Breathing here. Keeping engagement through the core. Inhale, and with your next exhale, we'll push ourselves back up into tabletop. And this time, we'll keep our hands on the mat, lifting the right leg, bending the knee to place the foot between our hands. Go ahead and make this a nice wide asana this time. Let's really dig into these hip flexors. If we're gonna make our way to compass pose, we're gonna need to work for it. Breathing here, take an inhale, scoop the arms up overhead, and bringing the palms to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Take an inhale, and with your exhale, rotating towards that right leg, we'll find our left elbow on the outside of your right knee, and pressing into both palms here, find your stillness in this twist. We're still balancing, breathing through the nose, looking over the shoulder if you can, or if you'd like to keep your gaze at the mat, that's perfectly fine. Engaging through the core. Inhale to look forward, exhale to untwist, and we'll take a push back of the hips and bring our chin as close to our leg as possible. This time in this half monkey pose, really folding in, Feeling the expansion through our hips, breathing deeply, engaging ujjayi breath. Inhale and exhale. And with your next inhale, we'll pull those hips forward, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lower the palms to the mat. Bring in that right foot to meet the left in tabletop. We'll take a breath here, establishing our strength. And with your next inhale, lifting the left foot. Exhale to bring it between your palms. Inhale, we'll scoot those feet as far apart as we like. And when you're ready, taking the arms overhead and drawing a line down the center of the body to find your palms at heart center. Breathing here, feeling the expansion through the hips, through the hip flexors. We'll inhale to twist towards the leg and exhale to really allow for that wringing out of our spine, pressing the right shoulder, the right elbow into the left knee. Pressing the palms into each other to find that twist. Lifting through the core. Inhale, and as you exhale, we'll turn forward, pushing through that knee and finding our chin, tracking towards our shin. Breathing deep ujjayi breaths through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And with your next inhale, scooping the arms overhead for Anjaneyasana. Lowering the palms to the mat to bring that left foot back to meet the right. Here in tabletop, we'll go ahead and give a tuck to the toes. Pressing the hips back nice and slow. We'll work our way into downward facing dog, starting with our spine. Lifting through the tailbone, pressing through the knuckles, allowing a gentle tuck to the armpits. And if the shoulders are lifting towards the ears, that's perfectly fine. Keeping a gentle bend to the knees, allowing those heels to melt slowly towards the ground. Breathing. Steady, smooth ujjayi breaths. Pulling that heart center through. Inhale here, and as you exhale, we'll bend at the knees. Push our hips back and lower the head to the floor for Balasana, Child's Pose. Holding the heels, or you can make a pillow with your hands. We'll take 5 smooth ujjayi breaths. Listen to your heartbeat. Taking any notes. And when you're ready, we'll bring the palms under the shoulders, lifting through tabletop, back up into downward facing dog. Feeling the support through the knuckles, almost as if you had claws digging into the earth. Allowing the chest to gently tuck through the shoulders. Breathing here. Take an inhale, and with your entire exhale, we'll tippy toe to find our hands. With your feet hips distance apart, and Uttanasana forward fold. Allow the crown to be nice and heavy. If you would like to take hold of your big toes, with your inhale, you can come to a flat back, looking at the third eye, and exhale to pull the chest towards the knees. Breathing here. Keeping the weight between all four corners of both feet. See if you can gently rotate your thighs outward, allowing a little more space to fold in with each exhale. And with your next inhale, we'll draw the hands up the legs to the thighs for Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Taking a flat back here to really press into those hamstrings. If you'd like to gently shift your weight forward to give yourself a little test of your foot strength and balance. Breathe here, and with your exhale, we'll let it go. And then inhale for a gentle bend to the knees, taking the arms up overhead, looking up, and exhale for Tadasana. And we'll take our left foot and we'll step it back, keeping about 1 foot pace between our feet. And our feet are hips distance apart. If you would like to hold opposite elbows, or if you can, if it's in your physical anatomy, you can take reverse prayer. Inhaling to lift the chest and exhaling to send the heart forward in pyramid pose. Breathing here as you hold your balance with your arms behind your back, or if you would like to find your fingers on the floor, that's fine too. Breathing into those hamstrings, feeling the isolation of that right leg, allowing the crown to drop further with each exhale. And feeling the expansion through the shoulders. And with your next exhale, pulling the head up over the hips. We'll let the hands go, finding our feet in a parallel Tadasana. Stepping the right foot back to find a similar distance. And holding elbows or finding reverse prayer. We'll inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to send that heart forward. Tucking the chin, looking towards the belly button, allowing all four corners of each foot to hold even weight. Breathing ujjayi breath as you tuck your belly button. Keeping that rib cage knitted and pulling the chest through. Heart center. Feeling that expansion on the left leg. Inhale here. And as you exhale, bringing the head over the hips, letting go of the mudra to find Tadasana. And this time we can take our hands to the hips, stepping back about 3 feet between the feet here. Bringing the arms to a T. We can keep the hips squared to the side of our mat, with the right foot tracking towards the top. Inhale here to pull the weight towards that right hand, and exhale to let that right hand fall towards the ground to find the right shin or maybe the ankle. Breathing here, eventually maybe you can find that big toe allowing the shoulders to stack. Maybe peering up towards that left hand. Keeping the pelvis nice and tucked, the glutes are engaged. Breathing here, deep ujjayi breaths. Keeping that belly button tucked in. Inhale, and with your exhale, we'll lift the head, rotating the right toes toward the side of the mat, and rotating the left toes towards the back of the mat. We'll take an inhale here and exhale. With your next inhale, we'll shift the weight towards that left side. Exhale to allow the upper body to rotate, finding that left hand somewhere along the left side of the body. Breathing here to find that twist, allowing the pelvis to be released with your warm ujjayi breath. Full body engagement here in Trikonasana. Inhale, and with your exhale, we'll lift the body over the hips. Rotating both feet towards the side now. You can wiggle them out a little bit. We are going to find a wide leg forward fold. So if you like to keep your toes pointing slightly inward to find the proper rotation of your femur, that's welcome. Whatever you know works for you. We'll take a T with the arms. Inhale here and exhale to fold forward. Maybe finding our palms on the floor. Inhaling for a flat back. Bringing the belly just a little bit closer to the thighs as you exhale. Engaging ujjayi breath. Shifting the weight gently towards the balls of the feet. Allowing for this deep forward fold to release the spine. And taking note of how you're feeling, listening to the heartbeat, and breathing steady through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And with your next inhale, you can bring one hand to each hip and slowly roll the body up to standing. And we'll walk our feet back together at the top of the mat. And we'll have a little test to our balance. We'll see if all this work has paid off. So lifting the right foot with the inhale, slowly finding the big toe with your right fingers. We'll inhale here, and with your exhale, pulling that heel forward. You can find the left hand on the left hip, squaring your hips as you breathe deep ujjayi breaths into those hamstrings, really expanding the whole body. Inhale, we'll let the foot go. Exhale here. Inhale and exhale to let the foot find the mat. Great job. Now for the left side, we'll slowly bring that weight into the right foot. Gently lifting the left toes to find the toes with the left two fingers. We'll exhale, inhale here, and exhale to straighten that leg. Finding your drishti, your focal point, straight out in front of you, pressing through the big toes, Breathing deep ujjayi breaths. Feeling the expansion through the lower spine and the glutes. Allowing the right leg to support the weight like a flagpole. We'll inhale and exhale to let the foot go. We'll take an inhale here and exhale to drop that down. Awesome job, guys. Now, at the top of the mat, in Tadasana, we'll take an inhale to scoop the arms up overhead. Exhale, chest forward, hips back, Uttanasana. Inhale for the half lift. Exhale, we'll plant the hands, step the feet back for a quick plank and chaturanga, all the way to the floor. Pushing through the knees to find a quick child's pose. Breathing here. With the next exhale, pushing back into tabletop. And we'll pick our right foot up and bring it outside of our hands. And walking our arms to our elbows, finding a lizard pose. Breathing here, allowing that right foot to wiggle out to the edge if needed. Feeling the expansion through the hips. Nice and warm, deep ujjayi breaths. Inhale here. And as you exhale, see if you can lower the chest just a little bit more. Inhale to lift the weight back into the hands. Exhale to bring that foot back. We'll take a little shift back and forth of the hips. Taking any notes after that short lizard. And we'll take that on the left side, bringing the left foot outside the hands. Pushing that right knee back, wiggling the left foot out to the edge of the mat, lowering to the elbows, tucking the belly button to the spine, breathing deep, engaging ujjayi breaths in this low lizard. Feeling the expansion through the abductors and through the flexors. And be here now. Take a nice slow inhale. And with your exhale, bringing the weight back into the palms. Pulling that left knee back to join the right. And we'll walk our knees up, rolling over to seated. Finding our right leg straight out to the side and our left knee bent in. We'll take an inhale to scoop the arms overhead and exhale to take our weight over towards that right foot. Keeping the right arm in front of the right leg so that we can gently rotate our chest through our shoulders, keeping that left arm close to the left ear, peering underneath that arm, breathing deep ujjayi breaths, tucking the rib cage, finding softness in the face, breathing here. Each exhale bringing us closer and closer. We'll inhale, and with your exhale, lifting the body over the hips, And we'll trade out those legs, bending the right and straightening the left. Inhaling to take the arms overhead. Exhale to send it to the left. Bringing the left hand in front of the left leg. Allowing that expansion through the right side body to pull that right arm back towards that right ear, peering under, and allowing gentle adjustments as we melt to the side body stretch. Take an inhale here, and with your exhale, gently lifting the body over the pelvis. And we'll take our feet up in front of us and just give a gentle windshield wiper to the knees, rocking back and forth, letting the femurs settle in to those hip sockets. Okay, now we'll take both heels away from the body. Shifting to pull the glutes and the flesh away from your hip bones. We'll take a forward fold, gently walking the hands in front of you. Pulling the chest through with your inhale, and the exhale, allowing your crown to fall forward. Finding a nice deep forward fold here. If you would like to hold on to the big toes, that's also welcome. We'll keep engagement through the legs in this deep forward fold, expanding through the backs of the thighs. Allowing each breath to gently pull the body closer. Breathing. Honor your vessel. Meet yourself here. And be here now. And take a nice slow inhale. And as you exhale, gently pulling the body up over the hips. And we'll bend the legs in. And we'll take the right foot straight in front of our body. Allowing that hip to lift, pulling the heel as close to the face as possible, keeping that belly button tucked, breathing here. Feeling the expansion through that right leg. 2 more breaths. And with your last exhale, we'll let the heel bend, let that leg bend, lower the heel, and trade out the legs. And taking the left heel into the hands, pressing through the leg, engaging the full muscles, pulling towards the face, allowing that hip to gently lift, breathing. Deep, smooth ujjayi breaths, keeping that engagement. You're doing a great job. Finding the flexibility of today, not yesterday and not tomorrow, here and now. allowing for the expansion through the low back. Breathe. And with your exhale, we'll bend that knee, allowing the foot to find the floor. Staying in this seated position, we'll take our right leg and just keep it folded. Take it by the elbows, so your shin is in your elbows, and just give it a gentle rock here. We'll just rock her back and forth, very gently. And now with your breath, we'll take an inhale to pull that right foot back towards your ear. Now it might not get quite there, mine isn't there, it's okay, but just the thought of it. Breathing, lifting through the chest and pulling that foot back towards your ear. Breathe, lifting through that leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, we'll let that foot go. And we'll keep that same leg while we're nice and warm. Wiggling through that joint. Taking that right knee over the right shoulder, allowing the right leg to straighten as you hold the outside of your right foot with your left hand. And kickstanding the right arm out. Breathing here. In compass pose. If you can, look out underneath that left armpit, flexing through the right foot. Breathe. And with your exhale, we'll bend at that knee and let the foot find the mat. And now for the other side, folding the left shin into the elbows. Give us a nice little rock back and forth here. And we'll see if we can't find that left foot tracking back to the left ear. And remember to meet yourself where you're at. Breathe. Not quite there, not very close, that's okay. Pulling it in, all your strength. Inhale, exhale, and we'll let it go. Take a little break. Give that hip joint a little break. And we'll inhale to take our elbows, take that shin by the elbows. And holding onto the left foot, with the outside of the left foot with your right hand, flexing into that left foot, pulling the shoulder underneath the knee, or pulling the knee over the shoulder more so. See if you can straighten through that left foot. And each side will be different, just like mine. Breathing here, peering underneath that right armpit if you can. Straightening into that left foot. And breathing here. Inhale. And with your exhale, we'll bend at that knee. And find our hips square on the mat. Finding our legs nice and straight in front of us. Actually, if you'd like to take a bend to the knees, that's fine too. We'll inhale and then exhale to find a forward fold. Letting the knees be soft, letting the feet roll out. Allowing a gentle curve to the spine. No pressure. Let the belly go. Breathing deep, expansive breaths to release the spine.
honoring your vessel for working so hard. And all these twisting, flexibility training poses. Let the spine return to neutral. Breathing here. With your next exhale, slowly rolling the spine up. We'll bend at the knees to give ourselves a prop to roll the back down to the mat. And lifting the right knee into the chest. And roll through that joint. If you know how you like to take a twist, if you'd like to take both knees into the chest, that's fine too. And we'll let them fall, let the knees fall over to the left or just the one right knee. Finding the twist through the thoracic spine, allowing the belly to relax as you breathe and regenerate the muscles that have worked to build our strength. Allowing the eyes to fall closed, eliminating the sense of vision. See what you can hear within your being. Take a cleansing breath here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And gently lifting the knees to the chest. You can take both knees into the chest, making circles, working a gentle massage to the sacrum. Finding stillness. If you'd like to take the one leg twist, you can drop the right leg straight and allow the left knee to lead the twist towards the right. Squaring out the shoulders, maybe peering over that left shoulder. Breathing into the diaphragm, allowing full expansion of the lungs. Sending some attention to the organs as we twist and squeeze these last few moments. Allow it to be like a cleansing for the whole body. Long, slow, smooth breaths. Allowing the twist to go a little deeper with each exhale. And take a cleansing breath together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bringing the knees back into the chest. You can give a gentle rock back and forth. If you'd like to lower the feet to the mat, you can do a gentle windshield wiper. Finding our last moments of movement. As we slowly straighten the legs. Allowing the feet to be as wide as the mat or as narrow as we feel. Letting the arms rest naturally. The gentle tuck to the pelvis so that the spine can lay against the ground. Allowing each part of the body that's making contact be as stone. Allowing the weight of the knuckles to pull the hands into relaxation. Allowing the feet and the toes to be fully soft, as if you're digging them into silky mud. The calves and the knees, the quads are all melting like wax into the ground, becoming one with the earth, nourishing our bodies. As our pelvis is heavy in the ground, our rib cage is light and expansive. And the shoulder blades have nothing to do. Allow them to rest. Feeling a softness across the neck. Releasing any tension in the jawline, across the lips. Feeling the tongue gently gliding against the teeth. Your breath slow and smooth. Welcoming relaxation across the brow and around the eyes. Allowing the bridge of the nose to completely relax. Softness becomes you. Honoring your vessel. Be here now. Allowing the breath to become expansive. Welcoming in a balloon inside your belly to bring back physical awareness. Feeling your thumbs brushing gently against your fingertips, the toes wiggling, soft flesh against each other. Rolling through the ankles and the wrists, bending at the elbows. Maybe taking a nice big stretch overhead and sighing it all out. You can bend the knees so the feet are on the mat, giving a very slow windshield wiper effect as you let the knees rock, waking up the hips, waking up the low back, and allowing the knees to fall to one side and rolling into a ball. With an exhale, pressing into the floor, folding the legs into a comfortable seated position. Finding the palms on the knees or the thighs, keeping the gaze soft or the eyes closed, allowing the tailbone to again be heavy so that the crown can lift, the expansion of the spine. We'll bring our palms to heart center, a gentle tuck to the chin. In gratitude to yourself, I was only the guide. This practice is all yours. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to practicing with you again soon.